Okay, let's take a look at this. You mentioned something about the shoulder strap. Okay. I guess, yeah, you're saying at the extreme. So a trick you can use, although I don't know if it's going to work for this, but I thought I'd show you anyway. Yeah, I don't know. What I was going to show is, yeah, I don't think it's going to quite work, but you can have the shirt control this thing. Let's just try something just so I can show you. So I'm going to unbind this, and then I'm going to do what's called a wrap deformer. So I'm going to select the shirt, shift select the overall thing, the apron, whatever you want to call it, and then do constrain, no, deform wrap. Okay, so now the that didn't work at all. Did I do it in the wrong order or something? Oh, I did. Should be this one first and then that one, I think. Isn't that what I did? Deform wrap? No. Okay, maybe it's the other way around. This one and then this one. Okay, don't worry about this down here right now. Let's just zoom in. But what you get from that is that sort of moves perfectly with the shirt, or as perfectly as it reasonably can. Yeah, like I said, ignore the bottom. I think, I mean, that's a pretty extreme movement anyways. Yeah, it works better when the topology matches more closely. Could be you need another edge loop through here. I wonder if it'll let me add one now. And I wonder if they'll let me do another wrap on, oops, with these. So it's got two wraps on it now. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it will. The problem is it's pulling on the top half. Now, this is maybe overcomplicating thing. I'm just showing you another possibility. But let's say, yeah, like anything below, you use, the problem is now we have the space in between that's sort of a little bit not controlled by anything. But I would say, like, for example, we'd want, I'm just going to select this and go into the attribute editor and go to my second wrap and hit select. Then I'm going to go to deform and to the edit membership tool, which is here. And then that second wrap shouldn't affect any of these. So I'm going to hold control and deselect all of those. And then I'll do the opposite with the first wrap. I'll select those and I'll hold control and deselect all of these. And then just this again, this may be an overcomplicated approach, but oh, that's bad. Why is that? Well, what's good is that, yeah, this leg part seems to be working. That's not so great. Because I feel like that second edit membership effort didn't work. Select edit membership tool. Oh, yeah, it didn't work. Okay. Just right mouse click vertex and then hold down control and deselect all of these. Okay. Let's try that again. Alright, maybe... Oh, is that backwards? So wrap 1 is the shirt, and so let me shift select. That should include those but not include those. And wrap 2, select and go to edit membership tool. Oops. So wrap 2, select, Deform, edit membership tool. Okay, so wrap 2, which was the bottom here, is affecting the top. That doesn't seem right. Let's select this one. Select that, and then somehow this isn't working. I'm just going to isolate this because all the other stuff is getting in the way. Make sure I look this one. Okay, let's try this one more time. So wrap 1, that was the shirt. Edit membership tool. Okay, the shirt seems to be only supposed to be affecting the top. Wrap 2, select, edit membership tool. Right mouse click vertex, deselect the... Why? Okay, I don't know. Maybe forget about using the wrap thing. So that's the wrap 2. Wrap 1, select, edit membership tool. I don't know. It seems to be struggling doing 2. I think it just can't handle 2 of them at the same time. So let's just delete history. I think you'll have to just do it normally. I have it bound to the... see how it's doing now. Make sure I'm on, make sure these are both on smooth preview. Oh, and this tie is a little tricky. I would probably have the tie be, if I right mouse click, paint, skin cluster, weights, double click on this. Let's close that for now. I would probably do that 100% on like the neck, maybe. Because you don't want it stretching all crazy like that. So replace with the value of 1 on the neck, flood. Although no, the neck might be a problem. Actually, let's make that chest. There we go. So now this is the chest. So yeah, it's sticking up like that, which isn't great, but I think that, you know, as far as a compromise, that's at least better than it stretching all crazy. Where is your neck control? It's kind of buried in here. Should pull that out. Scale that up. How's that working? Yeah, that's all right. I mean, you know, you can sort of not go nuts. You have a lot of movement on the head, so you can use those in combination and just don't take the neck beyond where it becomes a big problem with the scarf. And then chest. I mean, chest movements shouldn't be huge anyway, so I think you have a decent range of motion where that's not problematic. And then this works better and you don't have any crazy stretching going on. Check those fingers. Okay. Oh. Probably this should not be affected by the fingers. And you have some buttons issues. I'll show you a trick with the buttons that will be better. I'm going to unbind those. Skin, unbind. Oh, why did they move? I'm just going to delete history instead, which will also get rid of the bind, but keep them where they are. And then if you can find like a face, and I guess this will work well, and I'll do a constrain rivet. It creates this locator that'll stay with that face. And then with the locator selected, I'll select these two guys and do constrain parent options, maintain offset, add. And so now they'll stick to that face, but they won't, see, they kind of pretty much stay on the right part of the thing, but they don't themselves stretch. So I think that's going to be better for that. I left a curl on those fingers. And then, what were we saying about house? It just be good to figure out. You know what actually might work for these, for this wrist, is like an easy approach. I'm just gonna select that edge and grow that, and something like there, and then Control F9 to convert to vertices. And then there's one under skin. There's Prune small weights. So like anything, well, 0.01 is pretty darn small. Let's just try 0.1 and then Prune. And so any weight that was under 0.1 will be zeroed out, and then it might get rid of, it still's got some of that. I'm surprised. So some of that, if we can go a little higher, I wouldn't go too much higher, but maybe 0.2 and see if it gets rid of that problem. Yeah, that did it. And is it still working okay? Hopefully. Yeah, it's still looking good. Okay. Legs. Yeah, looking pretty good. Let me just check the roll. Okay, yeah, I see this a lot. The front looks okay, but the back is pivoting wrong, and it's almost always the same thing. I'm just going to go back into my paint weights, right mouse click, select influence, and this should be all 100% to the ankle. So paint replace with a value of 1. Make my brush a little bigger. Hold on B, click and drag. Let's make this whole heel area solid white, so fully weighted by the ankle. And now check that roll. And can you see how that's really sticking now? It's really pivoting around that. Compare that to this one, which I didn't do that weighting on. See how that's really sliding, whereas this one's sticking. Okay. So yeah, basically really good. Maybe a few little fixes, but yeah, seems to be working quite well.